Does this make me a real YouTuber now? So hello! I am going to be talking to you today about the Disney College program. Now if you're watching this video, you're either A, interested in the program, B, you've been accepted and want to know more,
or C, you're an obligatory family member or friend that supports me and my YouTube dreams, so thanks for that.
Dear future CP, I know this sounds like a cliche, but the Disney College program completely transformed my life. Not only was it an adventure of a lifetime, but I have friends from all over the world that have helped me make my dreams come true. It allowed me to gain even greater insight into my career goals and aspirations and to live out magic in everything I do. I can't imagine what my life would be like without this experience. I really hope that you can find your home in Disney too. And now I'm even more excited to pass this along to my dear friend Kelsey, who has been accepted for Spring 2019's Disney College program.
This video is just kind of going to be a modge podge of different advice. Just from my experience, I worked in merchandise in Animal Kingdom in the fall of 2017, so pretty recent, and I hope to go back and work for Disney someday, so in the meantime, I'm just going to share some of my knowledge with all of you.
My first piece of advice is to have an open mind, but do your research as to what you're getting yourself into first. So for example, the Disney College program, I believe, completely changed my life. But if you're not entirely sure on what the program entails before you get yourself into it, it might not be for you. And disclaimer, if it's not for you or you've done it and you realize that, like, there is no harm, no shame in realizing that.
A lot of times I think knowing what doesn't work for you is probably just as important, if not more important, than knowing what does work for you.
So understanding the program, understanding the three parts, the living, learning, and earning, and just understanding, the living conditions that you'll be living in, the amount of hours that you're going to be working, and understanding that before you get yourself into it. So do your research, but also have an open mind. The next piece of advice is to be positive and don't immerse yourself in the negative pockets of the programs. So there is a Facebook page, there are thousands of Facebook pages, and you'll find that there's many different types of people on there. You have the people that have done it before, they know what they're doing, the ones that have no clue what they're doing, they're just trying to get information, and then you have people that just kind of fill it with like negative energy. And I think that can sometimes bring people down as they're doing their research on the program. So don't associate yourselves or become so obsessed with knowing every detail of the program and asking everyone their opinion on everything, because not everyone is going to have an optimistic outlook. For the most part, Disney cast members are very happy. They love their jobs. They love what they do because they love making people happy. But of course there's going to be people that aren't happy all the time.
So don't get caught up in any drama. Don't look at it like just a job, but understand that it is a job and it has aspects that a normal job would have. Of course the alarm's going off.
Just make the most of it and all your dreams can come true. Another piece of advice is to take the first week that you're there, so whether that be before your traditions or during your training schedule when things aren't too hectic yet, and get to know your surroundings, the local area, so figure out where you want to do your grocery shopping, how to take the bus. Even if you have a car, learn how to take the bus just in case your car breaks down. Find your favorite way of communication and set that in a regular routine. So whether that be calling your family once a week or calling your best friend, FaceTime, Skype, snail mail.
I love snail mail.
And that was something I think I did pretty well at while I was in Disney. So whether that be postcards, what's it called? Paper. Find something that makes you happy and send it to people, and definitely send them from the mailboxes on Main Street in Magic Kingdom. They do work.
Just don't forget to put a stamp on them, because sometimes people forget to do that.
And I think that's just a really great way to keep people in the loop. Maybe you'll be a vlogger or a blogger. Maybe you'll send like a weekly newsletter to your friends and family. People are really interested in what you're doing, so just be able to keep them up to date and share that information in a way that works best for you. And if you keep it consistent, it's easier to keep that going throughout the program rather than just kind of sporadically doing that here and there. So find something that works for you. Take advantage of the classes and the seminars that are offered from Disney. So whether that you're in school or you're not, the seminars are a great way to learn more about the company, to learn more about yourself, and to work on your personal branding and career development. Also, take advantage of the opportunity to meet different people in different locations, in different roles, and use that as a networking opportunity. So in Disney, they call their informational interviews meet and greets, similar to how you would go meet a character. Don't be afraid to set up meet and greets with people in different areas of the organization. So maybe there's a job that you want to do someday. If you meet someone in that area, they can maybe give you the guidance on these are the skills that you would need to acquire. These are the best ways to go about that, and can kind of mentor you in that way. So take advantage of any and all networking opportunities. Go to housing events. The Disney Internships and Programs housing staff, phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. So they make you feel like you're at home. I know a lot of times it can be hard because you might work at these days and these times, or have plans on these days and these times, but they usually do a pretty good job of doing some in the morning, some in the evening, so that way everyone gets a chance to go. Sometimes there's different field trips that are offered all around Florida, crafting events, movie nights, special character meet and greets. I just know, even the ones that my roommates and I would stop by for a couple of minutes, they put you in a good mood, and it's like, wow, when else am I going to get the chance to do this? So do as many housing events as you can. Another piece of advice is to do all of the cheesy DCP bucket list items. So, get your picture by the purple wall, get your ears embroidered either from traditions or your graduation ears. I did both. Keep all of the little collectible items that you might not need to use in the future but would still like to keep, and make it into something meaningful for yourself. So I know at the DCP graduation they gave you a little keepsake box that you can keep some things in. I also made a shadow box of all of the things that I collected through my program. So everything from my little congratulations postcard to little stickers and trinkets, my earning my ears ribbon, and I kept that in a shadow box just so every time I look at it I can be like, wow, that's my program in a box. Also, I have the little frame that you can put your name tag in. So just doing all of the cheesy college program traditions, I think you should definitely do. Another piece of advice I have is to organize all of the things that you want to do and find an outlet that helps you make it special. So I made a journal for myself. I organized it so you could see my Disney college program. On the inside, I wrote down some of the information that I want to remember 20, 30 years from now.
So when I started, when I ended, where I lived, all of my roommates, my location, all of the seminars and classes that I took.
And then I included my bucket list. So I made it into different categories
of restaurants I wanted to go to, resorts to stay at, all the attractions that I had never done before.
Things like that. So it's just a way for you to kind of keep yourself accountable and motivate yourself to do all the things that you want to do. But in the end, it gives you a nice little keepsake. So some of you might like to make something on your phone, others can maybe get more creative, so it's up to you to express yourself how you feel would be best for you. So now on to the financial component. Some advice that I have that I wish I would have done that I did not do.
Actually, both of these I did not do, but I realize now that you should do.
Is something I actually learned in my high school personal finance class, and it's to pay yourself first. Simple generic concept, but every time that you receive a paycheck, take a portion of that money and put it aside. So whether that be in a savings account, maybe you just hold it off to the side. Some people like the envelope method of having cash, so
even if it's just $5, take it from your paycheck every week, so that way, either after the program or if you want to save up for something special, you have the means to do so and you're not left with nothing.
Not that I was left with nothing when I left the program, but I must say that I did spend more and not necessarily save as much as I would like. On that same note, if you are able to and you have good credit and you are old enough to feel like you can take this on yourself, would be to invest in a Disney Chase Visa card. I am not sponsored by them, obviously, but I just invested in one. And within just a few months, I've been able to earn the Disney reward points, which transfer into Disney dollars, which are used as a gift card. There's two different kinds. One of them has an annual membership fee and the other one doesn't. I got the free one. And so I'm buying all the things that I need to buy anyway, so whether it be groceries, gas, paying for different things for school, but then I'm earning rewards dollars and something that I know I'm going to use in the future. So if I would have done this on my program, all the times you want to buy a Mickey pretzel, you're earning money for things that you're already buying, for things that you could buy later. So because I know that it's something that I'm going to go back and do, because I know I'm going to go back to Disney and maybe work there again someday, I want to start accumulating those points so I can have Disney reward dollars. So I wish I would have done that during my program. I think that's probably just a good piece of advice for anyone that's looking to go to Disney a lot. Invest in that credit card. As long as you're financially responsible and are able to do so, highly recommend. Now enough of me rambling. Let's consult some other CPs and see what they have to say.
Hey y'all, my name is Leah and I did the Disney College program back in 2017 in the fall with Tara, and we were roommates while we were there.
God bless you.
I was just going to say a few things that I wish I either knew before I left for my program or I learned while I was there. And so number one, I personally made a list of things that I wanted to do while I was on the program. Those things were either at Disney, such as going to the Halloween and Christmas parties and just seeing all the decorations. And since I went in the fall, like Food and Wine was popular at Epcot. And then another thing, you could do things around Orlando, such as Universal or SeaWorld, or just going to downtown Orlando. Let's see, another thing I wish I knew was to not overpack.
Same girl, same. Future CPs, learn from us so you won't do the same.
I know I brought a lot of clothes that I ended up not even ever wearing. So I would just say to not pack as many t-shirts, just to not overpack. Another thing that I did was I went to the parks as much as I could. One of my favorite things to do was to just go to the parks for like half a day and just go see a couple things and then know I could go back tomorrow if I really wanted to, or go back another day and finish more things to do off my list that I made earlier. So yeah, it was just a fun thing I like to do, either going before or after work, and just do that. And then my last thing is to have fun and keep an open mind. I mean, sometimes your work location might not be the best, but just know you were meant to be there. Like, I was working at the boardwalk, and before I went, I didn't even know the boardwalk existed. But I had so much fun. I got to see so many weddings happen on the boardwalk, and working there every night, I got to see the different, they had different like people juggling and doing stuff that you would normally see on a boardwalk, and it was just the lights were so pretty, and you could see fireworks from Magic Kingdom and hear the ones from Epcot. So that was just pretty cool to see every night, and I grew to love the boardwalk, and now every time I go back, I just have to go. And just to have fun. I mean, this isn't going to last forever. Your program is going to eventually end. Just have fun, and it's going to be a blast, and I hope everyone has a great time.
Dear future CP, my advice to give you is to get some Dr. Soul's answers. They will save you.
Dear future CP,
make sure that you try to make friends with everybody in your work location, everyone that you live with, and everyone that you're sitting on the bus next to, or everyone that you're eating next to in the break rooms or the cafeterias, because those might end up being the most beautiful and the most bountiful and fulfilling relationships that you've ever had in your entire life. Had I not made friends with the person that I was trained with on the very first day, I probably wouldn't have my most beautiful and amazing best friend, Tara.
Make sure you bring lots of sweat-proof socks or water-wicking socks. Those things are the best. If you have a car, bring it.
During your college program, make sure that you take advantage of the fun dances that you get to go to. Make sure you journal. Whether you text yourself or you send yourself emails or whatever you may do, make sure you're writing down all of the fun memories that you have during your college program. When you look back on it a year from then, you're going to just be flooded with emotions, because even if it's a hard time at the time, it'll be so worth it. You might be standing in the cold and standing in the rain, or standing in the heat while standing in the rain, or be forced to sell bubble wands while it's, a blazing hurricane outside, which sounds like torture, but it ends up being such a fun bonding experience with everybody that you work with. And don't care about how you look while you're standing in the rain, because everyone looks like a crummy mess together. You go through the hard stuff and the fun stuff and the easy stuff and the not so easy stuff together, and it's a lot of fun.
Come to Florida with all the quarters possible. Ask your family to gift you with tons of rolls of quarters, so you will be prepared when every washer and dryer fails. And no matter what form of technology they have, whether it's tap to pay with your cell phone, like Smart Pay, like Apple Pay or Samsung Pay, or whether it is tap to pay with your card, or just the, regular old swipe or the chip, those always seem to fail, always, and you'll get about 15 charges to your account for like $3 that you never get a load of laundry from, and you'll have to resort to using quarters. So be sure to have tons and tons and tons of quarters on hand. There'll be lots of opportunities to learn and grow. You'll have opportunities through the Vista Way Learning Center as well as through Disney University. They have lots of cool classes that you can take. Some are free and some cost a little bit, but most of them are pretty affordable. I think the most that I paid for any of the courses that I took was $35, and that was just for books and supplies. So that was really nice that everything was super affordable, because during the college program, you will not have any extra cash on hand. You will definitely be enjoying ramen from the Walgreens across the street.
During your college program, you're going to meet people from all over the world. Make sure that you take the opportunity to get to know them and find out a little bit about their upbringing. So that way you have the opportunity to compare your life to theirs and learn a little bit something more about this big, beautiful world that we all live in.
This advice comes from my friend Edgar, who also worked in merchandise in the fall of 2017. He says, "Dear future CP, prepare for an unforgettable time in your life. The college program is a unique experience. The diversity and number of people you'll meet is unrivaled anywhere else in the world. It will be an experience like never before. Other than meeting people from all over the world, you can also travel around the world in Epcot while enjoying Beverly along your travels." LOL. Edgar, you're too funny. "Have an open mind and enjoy everything. There may be situations where you'll want to stay in your comfort zone, but this will be a mistake. Unless, of course, it is something dangerous. I'm talking about fun things, though. It will be challenging and hard. Sometimes you'll hate going to work. However, awesome coworkers will make you enjoy your experience. Have a good time and enjoy it."
Hi, Kelsey from Magic Kingdom. I just wanted to say congrats. And my pieces of advice for you: number one, go to the parks as many times as you can. Take advantage of getting in for free, because it's definitely once in a lifetime and your program goes by so fast. So take advantage of going. Who cares about sleep? You can sleep when you're over. Go to the beach, check out Florida, just make the most out of it. I promise you're not gonna regret it at all if you get out every day. And then my other piece of advice is see Happily Ever After as many times as you can, because I'm kind of freaking out that I can only see it like 2 more times, because it's the best thing here. So congrats again, best of luck.
Greetings from around the world. Hi Kelsey, and congratulations for getting into the program. I'm so excited for you. Here's a couple pieces of advice that I wanted to give you. So when you feel like self-terming, know that everyone at some point in their program has felt this way and wanted to, but just remember to stay positive. A leader is gonna annoy you. A guest is definitely gonna annoy you, maybe a million guests. But just remember why you love Disney and why you're here, and that's my second point of advice that I want to give you. Also, go to a park by yourself. It's so fun to just go to Magic Kingdom and sit on the hub and just look at the castle. Okay, also, third piece of advice. There's gonna be lots of drama. Don't get caught up in it. Every location has drama, but it's bound to happen. All right, and then also, amazing food. Try it all. It's really expensive and it's gonna hurt your stomach, but I recommend.
Hashtag Transtar for life. Love you. XOXO. That made a weird noise.
Greetings, world travelers from around the world. This is Swansea. Kelsey. Can we start over?
We could definitely spill all the DCP tea with this, am I right? Thank you, Catherine, for making me this very thoughtful gift.